Alright guys, the mass totem spell strategy is ridiculously strong right now if you know how to use it right and you don't make mistakes with it. So I'm going to be going over exactly what you need to do to 3-star most bases that you come across with it. I've been averaging around 310-ish with it. So yesterday was 289, but that was with level 1 totem spells. Level 4 totem spells, the max one, are so much better. I got a 320 with them. This 1-star, I want to show you guys because it was definitely a little bit of a mishap. I did not get my troops pathing the right way. The whole point of the flame flinger on this one is always you want to set a funnel. Setting a funnel with a flame flinger is always good. Don't go for the most defensive value. Don't worry about taking out key defenses. Just make sure you have that pathing set up for your dragons to go to the core. And I did that perfectly with the flame flinger. It worked out. Got the defenses that I need. Like only 1 or 2 is usually fine. So we ended up getting that. But then this is what goes wrong a little bit. I probably should have let my heroes do a little bit more work into getting this side over here, because we have our heroes going over here and our dragons also going over here. And what I wanted to do is get my dragons to the super wizard tower right here in the middle, and they end up going to the monolith. They're honestly pushing too far to the left, and that is not good because that means I'm not going to be dealing with the revenge tower, and the revenge tower is one of the strongest defenses in this game. We're getting stuck in the tornado and these dragons are getting pushed all the way to this side by the scatter shot, which is not where I wanted them to go. And that means I'm leaving the revenge tower in the middle of the base, which will take out everything extremely fast. Like, it destroys these totems ridiculously fast. So getting the revenge tower is a key defense quickly. You need to get that thing out of the way quickly, and going to these fire spitters doesn't help either. The fact that we could not get our dragons to take out this way and get those fire spitters destroyed early on was also an issue, because the revenge tower has ridiculous range and it's very powerful. So that is ultimately my first 1-star with this strategy. And the mistake is not pathing the dragons correctly. If we path them correctly, it should be an easy 3-star, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing with the remainder 2 attacks live, explaining my thought process on how to make this work. All right, here we go. Honestly, a similar base now that we're going up. So I see this monolith over here, and I see funnel over here. What I'm going to do is set a funnel on this side. I can definitely take out those archer towers with the flame flinger. I'm going to test for traps. No, we're good. Flame flinger on this side. Just getting those 2 defenses. Nothing crazy. Just want to set up that funnel. What I'm going to have to do here is set some totems on this monolith, because monolith is going to be an issue with my heroes. And I want to try to get at least one of these sweepers with my giant arrow. If I can get this sweeper right here with my giant arrow, it'll work out really well. So we're just going to get these 2 key defenses with the flame flinger. Now we're going to path everything through the middle. Get that revenge tower out quickly as possible too, because sitting on that thing for too long will be a problem. So we're getting this stuff down. The funnel is set. Now let's go for the giant arrow on that sweeper. Bam, bam. Got it. Nice. Okay. Let's use an early totem just to distract that monolith. And now set my dragons in right here. I'm going to use the rocket loons to snipe the monolith if I can, or at least put some damage on it, which should be really helpful in the long term. Yep, we got the monolith. That's huge. So now our dragons should be pathing straight to the middle. Warden ability early, because I want to make sure totem, keep the defenses distracted. I want this totem on this revenge tower. You can use the minion prince early because it'll slow down these defenses. And I also want to use my rage to power through this quickly. So we're getting through that and dealing with that early on, not letting it sit around for too long. Okay, we have the king tanking on the outside. We need to get this guardian now. We use the totem out here to distract it, because it does have splash damage. So using a totem to distract it is nice. Okay, this is honestly looking a little bit scary. We have that minion prince needs to get the value we need. You have 5 totems left, which is fine. Okay, distract this to be able to save my queen. Great. Make sure to get this distracted. Minion prince should be able to clean up that back end stuff. A couple more totems. I'm going to use this totem right here to keep these things distracted. I want to make sure that multi-gear is going down. Minion prince is still working nicely. Perfect. Use this totem right here. Keep that minion prince alive, distracted by that scatter. And it looks like we should be able to get this 3-star. Keep that minion prince is going down, but it's fine. Use this totem to distract that last thing. And it's going to be close, but it looks like we did secure the 3-star, which is ultimately what I'm trying to do every time. Just get that 3-star. It doesn't have to be an overkill. That's exactly how you do it. You have to make sure you're using those totems and distracting the defenses at the right time so you're not taking too much damage. But there you go. That is another 3-star. We can still do plus 295 if everything goes well for this last one. And 295 is pretty insane. So let's make sure we can make that happen. The last attack, let's explain how this is going to go. So we got a core base. With these bases, always get the dragons to the core. This should be an easy one to funnel. Definitely an easy base to funnel on. Where are the sweepers? We have one on each end. So can I take one out? That's the key. If I can take one of these sweepers out, it's going to be nice. I'm going to have a lot of stuff to deal with on the back end, but I think going for the monolith early on is better because we can have our hero abilities go around. So Flame Flinger will be good on this side. There's usually no Teslas on bases like these. They're usually up top from this base. It's a pretty common base that I've seen in the past. So we'll just watch the Flame Flinger for now and see where it ends up going. Use a minion over here for cleanup. Couple archers maybe right here. And maybe on the back end as well. So let's just help this Flame Flinger along by kicking out these defenses or these just trash buildings because we want to make sure the funnel is going to be set. Our heroes will be able to set this funnel. Dragons will go straight up the middle and they should be able to go straight through that core, and a minion prince ability should be really nice through the core as well. I'm going to use this right now. Oh shoot, that is terrible. So I just wasted a totem spell. You have to be good at knowing the ranges of the defenses, and that wasn't a good totem spell either because it has in the range of the multi-archer tower. So it's going to go down faster than what it needs to be. But that the Expo might lock onto this totem in front, which is actually fine. So yes, that's good. No problem. But knowing the ranges is definitely important. So definitely work on getting the range. Now let's get the sweeper if we can. These two sweepers can be annoying. We did get it, which is great. I'm gonna use some rocket loons over here just to test for traps. Boom, we got all the air bombs out. Nice. Rocket loons are great for always finding those traps early on. We go if we can get those dragon riders in. The minion prince has set up the minions has set up a great funnel. I want to use this over here to continue going there. We have that totem distracting for that queen. I want to do this. Rage up right here. I want those dragon riders to go in. Please go in, dragon riders. Okay, nice. Everything's in the warden ability. We're taking out those things quickly. Super dragon, maybe distract it, or maybe not. Minion prince ability now to cover the background. Perfect minion prince ability. We should be good at this point. Now we just have to make sure the totem spells are protecting the rest of our army for the rest of the way. But getting that minion prince ability is also super important. There's not too much room for error in this attack. I mean, you could definitely mess things up, but you don't want to be like missing abilities and stuff like that. Definitely be keeping that minion prince alive because that thing is a tank if you have the Dark Crown. Dark Crown is definitely the best. Okay, Revenge Tower is right there, so we're going to keep distracting this thing. Revenge Tower is one of the strongest defenses. Uses Spiky Ball to help take it out quicker. Minion Prince is still putting in that work. And we have that Revenge Tower, which is going to be taking the king out. And there you go, another 3-star. So we're finished with a plus 295 for today. And that's always a fantastic way to go. So that 1-star is definitely a fluke on my end. You can definitely prevent those from happening if you're setting your pathing up the correct way. Everything's going the right way you want. And that is how we do it. Plus 295 and with a 1-star. That should have been a 3-star. There was just a bad mistake. Could have easily been prevented, but I had a 320 in my last video. This strategy is very good for beginners. Not the best strategy in the game, but a very, very strong and reliable one. I want to cover one of the best strategies in my next video, so stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you guys soon.